I begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Today is the day 32 of the Grand Australian Ride. Today I rode from Warumungu to Mount Isa. The ride date is 31st of May 2022. The time taken was 11 hours and 25 minutes roughly. The weather was very windy. The distance I covered was 640 kilometers. The terrain was bushy and very dry, and the road was practically straight. I took 3 fuel stops, the first at Barclay Road House, the second one at Kemoville as I entered Queensland, and the third one when I reached Mount Isa. I fueled up as well. Just before Kemoville, around the patch where I was crossing the border, I ran out of fuel as well, so I had used my extra fuel to fuel up right at the border of Queensland and Northern Territory. Good morning. I'm currently in Warumungu at Three Ways Roadhouse. The time right now is 5:20 and the day is 31st of May, which is 32nd day in my tour. Now the plan for today is to ride from Warumungu to Mount Isa. The distance is around 640 kilometers. That's what I have today. So I'm hoping that I would leave by 5:30, 5:45, which is in about 10 to 25 minutes. The bike is nearly packed. I just need to pack a couple of bags and that should be it. I need to have my breakfast, which is oats, like always. I've prepared it. And last night I went to the Roadhouse and had a veggie burger. Not surprising. Oats, not surprising. But that's alright. The riding is the fun part. That's where that's what I look forward to. 2 things. Number 1, since last night I had a muscle pull on my inner thigh. That's one of the, I think it's caused due to riding. Now, from my hiking experience, what I usually do is have magnesium tablets that I put it dissolved in water and have it, and have Hydralite. So last night I had magnesium. This morning I had Hydralite to make sure that it relaxes the muscle. So that's what I've done. But this is one of the downside of riding regularly and long distances. You could have muscle pulls and things like that, so you have to be very careful. I try whenever possible to do yoga. It has always helped me. If I do yoga in the morning before riding, it's the best thing. Your muscles are all relaxed and you don't have all stressed and everything. Never an issue. Second, there is a frog in the bathroom. Last night I went for a shower and just popped out of it and it was staring at me, and I tried to get rid of it but it won't, and then after a while it suddenly disappeared. So I went and had a shower. Same story this morning, but after I had the shower it just jumped out and I was like, bloody hell, where did it come from? And it's still running around. It's basically dominated the bathroom all the time. So yeah, it's still there. But anyways, I'll update you once I'm on the road. Until then. Key at the reception. They had a old fridge put over there to drop the key, but the fridge was wide open. So I thought not a really good idea to drop it there. So I'll just come over here and give it at the reception. There was someone just there, so luckily. Anyway, so we are going to get started now. Om Ganpataye Namah. Shri Adi Shakti Mat ki Jai. Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki Jai. Har Har Mahadev Har. Yep, now we're going to get started, and we don't need to fuel up today because last night I came over here to fill up the gas or petrol or whatever you want to call it. Now what we need, the route we need to take is on the left. There's something coming on. Yeah, Barkley, Mount Isa on the left. If I go straight, I would go to, this road will go to Alice Spring, and then if I keep on going straight, you'll reach Adelaide, which is like, it'll cross Australia into half. We are in the north end, and end of this road will be the south end of Australia, which is Adelaide in the center. Let's switch on the bigger lights. Yep. The original lights of Himalayan is not kind of enough. Important to have additional lights. Okay, as you can see, it's all dark right now, so I'm going to, and there's nothing you can really see around here at this point. Mount Isa 646. We are at 876 is current. So 640 and let's say 880. Okay, so I'll update when I'm when there is a bit of light and I can see things around and I can show things around. Until then, let's see you on the road. So the sun has risen. I had a perfect opportunity. I was riding northeast. The sun rises on the north, and sun rises in northeast as well in Australia during winter, because of the winter solstice. You know, the sun goes like that, but the winter goes like that. But anyways, same direction as the sunrise. I knew that the road was very straight, the traffic is minimal, so I just thought let's try a time lapse, and it just worked as you saw. Anyways, some couple of points I wanted to make over here. Today, one of the two highlights of the day today, one is I'm doing the longest ride of the whole tour today, close to 650 kilometers, 650 kilometers, close to that. And second highlight is I'm crossing into Queensland. So around 400 kilometers from where I started. Queensland is Queensland border is around 400 kilometers from where I started.
So the time lapse you saw, I think I must have covered around 60-70 kilometers in that time lapse. It's only 2 minutes time lapse, but that's the kind of distance I covered. And I had the camera on for like an hour. So I was riding non-stop for an hour. I just briefly stopped to change cameras and capture another angle, but I haven't had any breaks yet. I'm planning to have a break straight at a point where I can actually get some coffee or something warm, because it's a bit cold right now, as we have started very early, me and Masti. The first, I think the first proper fuel station or something like that is around 200 kilometers away. I think it's called Bradley's Homestead or something. It's very popular around here. A lot of people have mentioned it. Bradley's Homestead or something on those lines. I can't exactly remember the name, but I'll show it to you when it comes. A lot of people have mentioned it, and yeah, that's where I'll stop. But meanwhile, it's the whole experience was amazing. One of the best sunrises I've had ever in my life. I was riding straight, looking at the sun, and slight vibration of the motorcycle as the road is pretty flat and straight. Traffic was minimal. There was a cold breeze, so I was feeling a little chilly, but warm inside due to the whole views. And yeah, the whole experience was just amazing. Anyways, I'll update when I find something interesting next. Until then, as you can see, it's a straight road. This is what it looks like on the map as well. It's a straight road. And just one little point, there is heavy crosswinds over here. You will see a lot of signs. I've seen signs for crosswinds before. Nah, this is for roadworks, but yeah, warnings for crosswinds. Because it's a very flat area, you can have crosswinds in these areas like this. Anyways, I'll update soon. Until then, there seems to be some works going on. A lot of smoke. They are fixing the edges. Yeah, that's a good one. The edges do get soft and bumpy as well. We are being escorted by a vehicle in the front. Because the roadworks are going on, they have kept the road open, but instead they have just kept an escort. So we got this pilot vehicle in front of us, right there. That's escorting us just before the caravan. Once we reach to one point, the escort vehicle will escort the opposite side traffic. Okay, so you see, that's the pilot vehicle on the left hand side. That was escorting us. Now that will escort this side traffic. This is pretty unusual. Never had something like this before. Anyways, Homestead. Heard a lot about this. It's Barclays. I was saying Bradley's or something like that, but it's Barclays, Barkly, Barclay Homestead. That's where I've arrived. First thing I'm going to do is fuel up, of course, and then I'm going to park on the side somewhere and get something to eat and drink. Oh, there are some off-road bikes here. That's diesel. Okay, no worries, we'll wait. I'll fill up an update on how much it comes up to and everything. Okay, so the rate of the fuel over here is 235.9, so nearly 236 cents per liter, and I managed to fill up about 10.56 liters, so the total has come to 24.91. Now I'm just going to pay for the fuel and get something to eat, and then I'll update once I'm on my way. Until then, had a nice break right now. Had a coffee, carrot cake, and some chips. They didn't have any vegetarian options here, so I wanted to eat something warm, so I had chips. Coffee was good. Barclays is definitely a good stop to have over here. Everything, if you are from Melbourne or Sydney, this will look quite normal, but you know, the quality of coffee and everything you get will look on pretty normal. But if you consider the fact that you're kind of in middle of nowhere, then this is next level for this area. The last place I stayed in, the place Mount Isa is 460 from here. The place I stayed in last night, they had veggie burger. They had decent coffee as well over there, which was good. But everything apart from that was very much, you know, like Outback kind of thing. That okay, this is Outback, this is the best you can get. But this place is the next level. I wanted to even try and come here instead. In fact, now I'm thinking if I had yesterday, if I had done 600 Ks and come over here instead, it would have been a better choice than doing 600 today, because this is a much nicer place as compared to the previous one, and I would have to do 400 to Mount Isa anyway. So yeah, but anyways, I had a good stop. Now getting started. I'll update you once I find something interesting. I hope you are enjoying the video so far. The beautiful sunset that I had covered earlier and everything else. It is very, very windy over here. There are some signs of warning crosswinds. This is the first time I have seen crosswinds warning sign in the whole of the trip, and the first one I saw, a couple of them were in dark, so I couldn't take any photo or video. But the ones that I saw over here, most of them have fallen down. It's that windy over here. So yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I balance the bike well, maintain my helmet, because the helmet gets pushed around a lot, and due to that you get neck problems, you know. But just trying to make sure that I keep a good balance. Lake Eyre Basin. Lake Eyre is a pretty large lake as far as I think I've heard about it before. So we are in that region now. Maybe it might put some perspective for a lot of people who know the area. I'm approximately 150 kilometers from the border of Queensland and Northern Territory. I'm currently in Northern Territory going towards Queensland. Termite molds are still exist around here. I'm still seeing them. Not the big ones. A while back I could see some big ones as well, but mainly really tiny ones. I think there are about 100 plus different types of termite molds in Australia. So it's not just one type, there are so many variety as well. Guys, it's very windy over here throughout this patch. I think since I started this morning it was windy, but it got more windy after I took the break at Barclays Roadhouse. The whole bike kind of pushes up like that. That's the impact of the wind. Observation. Right now I'm riding east and I'm facing head and tailwind, which is fine. Northeast is fine as well. Northeast is, in fact, yeah, east or northeast is fine. As soon as I head towards, as soon as the road is going southwards, if the road turns southwards, I get a lot of crosswinds, and those crosswinds are bad. They actually push you around. South and north is where you don't want to ride in this road right now, because the crosswinds are very heavy. So far I have never seen this sign. This is the only patch starting from the roadhouse in Warumungu near Tennant's Creek. When I started this route, headed, it's around I would say in 23 kilometers, basically close to 300 kilometers. I've seen this warning sign for crosswinds, and it is needed because there are a lot of crosswinds. So this is from Tennant's Creek all the way up to the border. Definitely I think there is crosswinds, but let's see what comes ahead of that as well. You'll find signs like this. Sorry, no fuel, because they don't have fuel that they can sell. We are kind of in very remote places, and this places fuel is a big commodity. This is Southern Station. Yeah. There are stations around here, cattle stations. As you would have seen in the other earlier, that there are a lot of cows grazing. the drone above those cows to check out. But as usual, as soon as I fly the drone, they kind of freak out and run everywhere. It's been like, you know, this grassland for a while now. And because of these open spaces, it gets very windy as well. I should reach the border in roughly around 70 kilometers or so. Sorry, no fuel. What is this? Oh, it's a rest stop. I want down police. So it's actually a police station. Oh, that's interesting. That is a police station in middle of nowhere. There is a police station for all the called cattle stations. Never seen anything like that before. Yeah, it is a police station. I thought it was a border. But this is Avon Downs Police Station. Strictly no entry, all inquiries to office phone. That's interesting. And you have to call from there, and you can't just enter the compound. And they've got this engine kind of replica for the post for mail. Avon Downs Police Station. Yeah, there it is. Official signage. I'll take a little break over here and then I'll get going. And right in the middle of nowhere, there is no community, there is no town, nothing. There's nothing around here. And there is a police station by itself. From what I understand is that they have to service this region because there is nothing around here. They are maybe servicing this area. And there was no fuel, so they keep a sign outside saying no fuel, sorry. This is Avon Downs. Oh, such a vast area. 130 kilometer speed. drive as fast as you can. I must have about 50 k's of fuel. Maybe I'll reach the next fuel stop, or maybe I'll have to use my cans. I don't have a lot in the cans. Maybe it's 30-40 kilometers worth of fuel, but that should be fine. There we go. That was fun. Look at that, look around. That is nothing. It's all cattle station on both sides. Kilometers and kilometers of cattle station. That's it. All I can see is grass and nothing else. Absolutely nothing apart from grass. Arrived at Northern Territory and Queensland border. That's Northern Territory, that's Queensland. So there you go, we are in Queensland now. Welcome to droving capital. Oh, droving is, you know, when they carry a lot of cattle over a long period of time, and you know, from cattle station to all the way to, nowadays you got trucks and stuff, but before they used to ride along. So yeah, that's droving. Yep, I'll take a break over here. Let's stick a sticker on the Queensland board and get going. So yeah, we are in Queensland now officially. That's Northern Territory, this is Queensland. We are in Queensland. Finally, this is the second last state. The last state is third last state. Then it's Canberra, and then NSW Canberra, and we also have Tasmania. Yeah, anyways, so here we are. I'll take a break now. Alright, so I'm all set to go. Put some fuel in the tank as well. Emptied this right hand side one. I am in Queensland, so I need to go to Camoville where I'll fill up the tank. Now my right hand tank is completely empty, but my left hand tank is full. So that will be my backup until I reach Normanton, because after Normanton, the journey after Normanton is only like 300 k's, and then another less than 300 k's. But from Mount Isa to Normanton is around 400. So if there is no petrol fuel station on the way, then I have that. I met some interesting people over there. There was a couple I had met in Kununurra. I can't remember it. I think I was at a dam near just outside Kununurra, and yeah, this couple they just stopped by over there. So I met them over there, and I just met them over here. There was another German girl. She was working in WA, and she's also traveling around. So I met her over here as well. All travelers, you know, around this area, you just find people. Everyone who is passing by is traveling. So, and they've been traveling for a few days because you can't come here for a day. So you end up having like short conversations with almost anyone you meet. But yeah, interesting. I'm finally at the pump, Camoville Roadhouse. Camoville Roadhouse.
What's up with this guy? Okay, put this back. So what do we have? 12.69 liters, 242.90 cents is the rate per liter, and $30.82 is the total. Now I'll go in and pay for it, and then we get going to our destination for the day, which is Mount Isa. Alright, so we filled up. There's something to see over here. Adjust the watches ahead in the car. How you set it, so that's good. 30 minutes ahead, so it is 1:32, but now it's 2:02. So we are half an hour ahead in time. I'll just change the time zone. This is some kind of a military vehicle, a road train as well, carrying some, I don't know, maybe bridge or something like that. Rest over here, so I guess that's a good example of a rest stop in Queensland as well. Yeah. Okay, you got, there are toilets on this side. I'll just drive past everything before I stop. So there you go. There's toilets over here, and there's some memorial or something over there, some information. And there is bin facilities. I don't know if there is any dumping facility over here or not. Can't see any. So that's something that don't have over here. In Northern Territory and Western Australia, they also had waste dump facility, you know, for emptying the toilets on caravans. But anyways, This is nice. I'll have a little break over here and then get going.
As you can see on my right, there's some mines. Queensland has is also known for mining like WA. There are a lot of mines in the interior of Queensland. It looks like there's one around here as well on my right hand side. Yeah, I can see the road train going in there. Just about 18 kilometers from Mount Isa. I have a small situation. I just checked when I stopped for rest. The engine oil, it's running out. It's almost run out. So as soon as I get to Mount Isa, first thing I need to do is to find engine oil. I've sent my brother a message to help me figure out which one I should be using. So when I get there, I just pick that up and basically top it up. I also need to find out how should I top up straight away or let the engine cool down. If I have to let the engine cool down, then I'll just go to the accommodation, let it cool down and then add it afterwards. But anyways, I've never topped up engine oil in my bike before, so this will be a first. Luckily, Rick from Territory Motorcycle, he told me that your oil is staying low, so you need to look at that. So yeah, because of that I checked it today. Arrived in Mount Isa. On the right is the airport. As you can see, a lot of small planes are there, and apparently Mount Isa is a rodeo capital of Australia. Lake Mandurah on the left hand side. All the caravan parks are on the side, on the left, towards the left. One just went past me, the second one is on the left. And there is some kind of a plant up there. Yeah, Sunset. Sunset is the place where I'm staying tonight. So Lake Mandurah. That is a massive plant out there. I can see there is a Shell petrol pump over here, so I'll just probably pop in over there and get the engine oil that I need, and after that I'll move towards the hotel. I might even fuel up right now, so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow morning, because I've got a big ride ahead. So alright, so I'll update once I've got everything. Filled up around, I think, 10 liters or so, and it cost me, I think, $21 or something. $20 20 point something. Sorry, I forgot to capture it because I was too busy trying to find oil, engine oil. There is one engine oil, they didn't have what I need, which is 4015W something. So looks like I'll have to go in town and look over there. He says there are a few shops in town, so that's what I'm going to do now. Mine Bay Road. So I've started to get in town. He said there is Repco and then there's 3 more in front of Repco as well. So let's see if I can find it. That's town. Main town is further in. I've arrived. I've got the oil, and I've arrived at the accommodation. I'll just go in and get the keys, and then I'll update on WhatsApp. There's a dog, an excited dog. It's just right here around the corner, unit 4. Oh, that's a pool right there. Just there. That's the one. All right, unit 4, let's check it out. Yeah, that's one. Yep, it's a container. Okay, not bad. That's a bed, air conditioning, kitchenette, fridge, cabinets. That's good. And that's the bathroom. No frogs? No frogs. Good. Because last night I had a company of a frog. Toilet? Yeah, that's Verdingham. Yeah. Not bad. Alright, so let's just review the day right now. Alright, so let me see. Okay, sorry about the hair. Let's just review the day right now. So it's 5:22, let's say 5:30. As per Darwin time, it's 5 o'clock. So we are half an hour ahead over here. Now we are at the same time as Melbourne. Number 1. Number 2, total distance was my record up to date. Why is it 5:30 when I started at 7:45 in the morning? That's purely because it's nearly 6.5 hours ride, 650 kilometers ride. The highlight of the ride, too many. Cross the Queensland border, that's one of them. Then one point is when you're coming this route from Three Ways to Mount Isa, there are not many places where you can actually get fuel. So Bali Road Homestead is where you want to fuel up, because after that you will not get fuel until you reach Camowell Roadhouse. That's 150 k's from here. So 180 k's or something. Yeah. So make sure you are fueled up. And there was not just about fuel, there was nothing except there was one police station out of middle of nowhere. So one police station that was middle of nowhere. Apart from that there was nothing else whatsoever. Amazing. You would have seen obviously the visuals. Tired wise, I'm not that tired. We'll probably go out to get something to eat, unload the bike, and basically get rested tonight, because I generally try to reach my destination around 2 o'clock or latest 3, but today it's a bit late and I started early as well. So I'm going to call it a day now, and I will update tomorrow with in the morning, and update about tomorrow's journey then. But until then, good night, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw today.